All right, here we go. Hi. So just entered the month of Elul. Rosh Chodesh Elul is sometime in the last few days. There's been a conflagration of like new beginnings of things in the last few days. I don't remember which day was which, but sometime in earlier this week. And Elul is really like the story of one way of understanding. Of course, there's lots of ways we can understand things, but one way of understanding is that it's Moshe's journey from the golden calf, what happens with the golden calf until he brings them to not into Israel, right, but to Israel. The Israelites. And so it's this journey. And so our work over Elul can kind of mirror that journey. So if we start over the course of the month, I'm going to be bringing different thoughts about Elul and how we can do that work. It's the month of preparation and of accounting, right? Accounting for the year before and preparation for the holidays, because it's what we do during this month that sort of lays the groundwork for what's going to happen during for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur in particular, right? So let's start with the golden calf, because that's where one place we could start with this whole thing. So the golden calf, I don't know if any of you know Rabbi David Ingber. He's at Romamu he's the rabbi at Romamu in Manhattan. We taught together a bunch of Isabel Freeman years ago, the retreat center. And so I follow him. I listen to his Joshes a lot. He's very funny and very amazing and really wonderful. So he talks, so this is from a teaching that I learned from him about, so what happens with the golden calf is, Moshe's up on the mountain, he comes down, they've created this, he's only gone like 40 days, they've created this idol, right? And everybody not everybody contributed to it, but a large percentage of the people contributed to creating this golden calf. And so what does he do? He smashes it. Not only does he smash it, then he burns it. And then not only does he burn it, he takes the ashes and the leftovers and he pours it into the water, and then he makes the Israelites drink it, like Goldschlager or a golden smoothie or something gold that you would drink. So why does everybody have to drink it? Why? Not everybody contributed to it, but everyone has to drink it. The teaching goes that there's like this deep division that's arisen, and everyone has contributed to it in some way or another. Everyone has had a part in it in some way or the other. Whether you're complicit in not saying something or you're complicit in participating, those are both ways of participating. And so the question is, are we willing to look at that mistake that we made? It was a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake. And ingest it. Are we literally going to swallow it down and not push it away and pretend it didn't happen and make it go away? Are we going to drink it down? It's not going to taste good, might burn a little going down, not going to be a pleasant experience. But when we do that, right, and when we do it collectively is when change can happen. So, so how do we metabolize our mistakes? What does that look like? He literally makes them drink it. And it can feel like that, when you've had a cataclysmic event in your own life, it can feel like it's a hard pill to swallow when you've messed up big time. And we've all done that, it can feel like something really challenging to get down. But when you're willing to do it, that means you are willing to be in intimacy with it in a way, and when you are willing to be in intimacy, because that's really what this whole story is the intimacy of the Israelites with God. And that's really what the High Holy Days are about. It's this relationship with the Creator, and how we want to have that relationship and how we want to be in that relationship. And so over this month, it's about, okay, how are we metabolizing? How are we drinking down? How did we contribute to our own golden calf? How are we contributing to the golden calf in our own communities? How are we contributing to the golden calf in our lives, in the bigger picture of things? Because we all are in one way or another, we live in community. And what it also says is that, okay, but we can collectively heal as well. When we are not dividing between us, when we're saying, okay, I'm going to, maybe I didn't do this exact thing, but I was a part of it in some way. And we can come together around something instead of having it be the thing that divides us. So that accounting part of Elul is really about the year before, so thinking back to the year before, what are the ways that you have participated in whatever golden calf is happening in your own life, in whatever. And if that's not an analogy that resonates with you, plug in your analogy. You know what I'm saying, right? What are the things that we want to account for in the last year? What are the ways that we've misaligned, right? That word hate, which we hear through the holidays all the time, it's always translated as sin. It doesn't really mean that. It means a misalignment, and we all do that from time to time, whether it's, on our yoga mat or out in the world or in our relationships. There's misalignments that happen. The question is not, is it going to happen? It's going to happen. You're going to mess up, and it's in the taking the responsibility and the drinking it down that the change happens, and we all know people who don't do that. And what happens to them? They're not moving forward on a spiritual path in any way, right? They're not, all right, well, let's leave it at that. So that's the thoughts for the practice today. How can we sort of begin to metabolize, focus on, think about the ways that we can account for the things that have gone on in this year that we want to shift for ourselves. And as we make shifts in our bodies, it's like the somatic experience. What does yoga have to do with any of that? We live in these bodies, we live in these bodies, and trauma gets held in our bodies, and joy gets held in our bodies, and all sorts of things get held in our bodies. And so to me, this juxtaposition of being able to move through, literally physically move through whatever's happening, and sort of let the body process it as well as just talking about it and the mind doing it, because we could all sit and talk about it for days. We're the people of the book. We can talk. I can talk, that's for sure. Okay, so let's just take a minute. Sit up tall. Sit, if cross-legged is comfortable, great. If it's not, sit in whatever way is reasonable for you to sit. Sitting up on something, of course, can be helpful so that you can sit with a long spine. And then let your eyes gently close. And let your breath gently deepen. Just in these first few moments, we're really good at calling out our own mistakes. I am, at least. I find that most people are. And so in these first moments, while we're going to perhaps think about the ways we want to call ourselves out, just soften to yourself. Offer yourself some chesed, some loving kindness. Offer yourself some compassion, some grace. Which is not to say avoid the mistakes. It's to say do it with compassion. Do it with love for yourself. It doesn't have to be a painful reckoning. It'll be as painful as it is. You don't have to make it worse by beating yourself up for it. So soften to yourself a little bit. Let your shoulders relax a little. Maybe your jaw unhinge a little bit. Soften the outer armor that we feel like we have to put up to protect ourselves, sometimes from ourselves, but from the world as well. Just let your heart open up to this idea that return is possible. Return to our highest self. A return to the person we most want to be in the world. And then bring your hands onto your heart. So I, as a yogi, and as a Jew, hold chanting as a sacred practice. And so to start our Jewish yoga classes here, we chant the word Hineni 3 times, of course, which means here I am, I'm here, I'm present, calling out our intention to just be here for ourselves, for each other, and for the Creator in whatever way the Creator is showing up for us. So if you'd like to join in, Hineni 3 times. Take in a deep breath. Hineni. Let your head bow to your heart gently. Release your hands and let your eyes open. All right, we're going to start doing a little foot work this morning. Not morning anymore, afternoon, whatever time it is. It's morning for Amy. Stretch your legs out in front of you and go a little wide with your feet. You can lean back into your hands and then just circle your ankles a few times. That's it. Go one way and then go the other way. Oh, now I hear the music. Is that my music chipping in, piping up finally? Oh yeah, this is a good one. All right. So when we're talking about sort of setting our intention, one way to do that is to think about the foundation of our pose. So starting with the feet is important. All right, let's cross right ankle over left knee and then point and flex your foot a few times. Stretch the top of your foot and then flex it, pull your toes back. Yeah, you can use your hand to help if you like. Pull, stretch the top of the foot and then toes back. Good, one more time. Stretch the top of the ankle and then the back of the ankle. Good, and then massage the toes a little bit. Pull on them, work them, feel your feet. It all starts with, you're building a house, you build the basement first. You're building an intention. It's like you got to deal with the big things first, the big stuff in our lives. Okay, ready? Now fingers between the toes. Everybody hates when I make them do this. Fingers between the toes. Yeah, and the harder this is to do, the more often you should do it. Curl and flex. Curl and flex your toes around. You guys actually, that's good. Everybody's got their fingers in there. That's good. Sometimes people can't even get their fingers in. Curl and flex a few times. Yeah. Do one more. Okay, good. And then release the fingers. Do a little arch massage now. We did the toes. Now massage through your arch a little bit. I know nothing about reflexology, except to say that if there's a spot that feels a little tender, just spend a minute there and hang out there for a second, work it. You can spread your feet. I like to spread my feet like this. This is the runner in me, taking care of my feet, but anyone who walks should take care of their feet. You're a runner or not. Okay, then put your foot down on the floor and do your calf, work on your calf. Thumbs in the back of the calf, up and down from the ankle, massaging, get in there. Muscles that point and flex the foot are in your calf. So this is why we work on the calf when we're working on the feet. It's all connected. And then knuckles to the front. Anterior tibs, get those awake. Work in there, yep. Sides. They keep changing the names of muscles. They used to be your peroneals, now they're fibularis, whatever you call them. Massage them. Like, why? Why do we have to change the names? It was hard enough learning them the first time. Okay, good. Then stretch both legs out. All right, and look at your feet. Take a look, one side, the other. Hopefully they look a little different. Yeah, a little more circulation. Then close your eyes. And here's what I want you to feel. Not only your foot, feel your right foot, but feel the whole back of your right leg. Does the back of the knee feel more open? Does the back of the hip feel more open? Are you sitting lower on the right side than the left side? Do you feel energy moving through that whole right leg? Everybody have a little sense of that? Yeah, it's all connected. When you start with the feet, you wake everything up. All right, do the other side. So start with point and flex. Sorry, we started with point and flex. Let's start there again. Point, toes back. That's it, point. So nothing mind-boggling here, but legit, if this becomes like a regular thing in your practice, my kids are always making fun of me. Stop touching your feet, it's gross, because I'm always like sitting and touching my feet. But if you make it part of your regular practice, your feet will take care of you. You'll be able to do things like walk and run. Okay, massage the toes. Pull on them a little bit, wiggle them around, wake them up. So it's not like, the sexy things to think about in yoga. It's not so, our feet yet. We see when we just did that one massage the bottoms, we just did that one little thing, right? Just like a minute or so on that first foot, we feel that profound difference. So these little shifts, we are always capable of transformation, always. So we have to hold the space for ourselves, do spreading, this one. As much as it feels like we are these sort of fixed beings. I know, it's nicer when someone else does it for you, right then. All right, fingers between toes. So you can save yourself on the yoga flip-flops, whatever. You got fingers. You don't need to spend $20 on this. You got fingers. Point and flex. Point and flex. Spread out the toes. Yes. Okay. Then release. Free your fingers. Place your foot. Calf up and down. Yeah, get in there. Yep. Dig them in. Dig the thumbs in. You have two muscles in the back of the calf. One's behind the other, but it goes lower. So if that lower part feels sore, that's one. If the upper part feels sore, just getting in touch with yourself. And that's what we're doing in this month of Elul. It's like, get in touch with ourselves. What are the ways we've neglected ourselves? How can we take better care of ourselves? That's a misalignment, take care of yourself. Okay, stretch that leg out. Now, here's what I want you to think about when we come up to standing. I'm going to talk about the four corners of your feet. I don't know if I'm on the video. Let me scoot back a little bit. Okay, here's the four corners. Base of the big toes, inner heel, base of the pinky toe, outer heel. So when we're standing, we want all of those points of the feet really pressing down into the floor. So just have a sense of where those are in your feet, and then spin around. We're going to come into onto hands and knees. Come to tabletop. And then same thing in the hands. We have sort of corners of the hands. So as you're placing your hands down, place pointer finger, base of your pointer, base of your thumb, base of your pinky, outer wrist, those 4 points, and all 10 fingers pressing down. That's it. Make your arms nice and strong, and then stretch your right leg back behind you. Tuck your toes under, and then pulse forward and back a couple of times. Yeah, get on the floor there, Edie. That's it. Pulse back into the heel, and then press forward, gripping your fingers down so you feel a little stretch in your wrist, and then press back and forward. And then just start a circling of the ankle. So drop towards the pinky side of your foot, roll over the bottom of the foot, come to the instep, roll the whole foot around on the floor. Come onto the toenails at some point. So you're stretching the top of your foot also. Come all the way onto the toenails. That's it. And then circle around the other way. Just change the direction of the circle. Feel your whole foot waking up, your ankle, the sole of your foot, the top of your foot. Good. Then bring your shoulders over your wrist, lift your toes up off the mat. Stretch your leg back behind you. Good. Hug your arms and legs in towards each other so you feel steady. And then if you've got your balance, take your left arm out in front of you. Good. Take a breath here. Then as you exhale, elbow to knee, or just do the knee. If you're skipping the arm, just do the knee into the chest. And then inhale and extend out, reach out, lift the leg and the arm a little higher. Exhale, elbow and knee together, or just knee to chest. One more time, inhale. And exhale, knee to elbow. Good, place that knee down, place your hand down. Drop your elbows down. Sit back onto your heels as much as your knees will allow for, and then just do some wrist pulses. So pulse your hands up off the floor, and then press your hands down. Pulse hands up. Yeah, try to keep your wrists down so you're feeling a stretch into the forearm and the wrist. Yeah, so you could do it that way too. Yeah, good. I like that. Okay, good. Back up to tabletop. Left leg back. Toes on the floor to start. Pulse forward and back a few times. Push into your heel. Pulse forward into your wrists. Press back into the heel. Forward to the wrist. One more time. Keep your finger pads, the fingerprints gripping down so the weight is not only in the wrist but also in the fingers. And then line up your shoulders over your wrists. Lift your toes up off the mat. Stretch your leg long behind you if you've got your balance. Take your right arm out in front. Deep breath here. Exhale, knee and nose together, or just do the knee. Skip the arm if you need to. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, knee to the belly. One more time. Lift everything a little higher. Exhale, knee and elbow or knee to nose together. Good. Drop it down. Drop back down. This time, knees wide apart, toes together. Sit back, child's pose again. This time, turn your palms to the sky. Yep. And then squeeze out the wrist a few times. So a couple of wrist stretches here. Squeeze. And then open the fingers. And then make a fist. And then open the fingers. One more time. Okay, good. Then stretch your arms, palms down, reach way out in front of you. Extend from your hips to your armpits to your fingertips. And then walk your torso, your arms over to the right. You could stay there, or you can you can have your hands separated, I should say, or you can stack your left hand on top of your right hand if you want a little more stretch under your shoulder. And Alyssa, if you want to move over so that you're not dealing with the wall, you can scoot over a little bit so you're not under the radiator there. Good. Walk back through center. And then over to the other side. So often we think of our mistakes as, something we need to transcend, right? It's something, a broken part of our past. Yet every part of our past is like, if you think of building a stone wall, there's like foundation stones, every stone fits together to build the wall. They fit together as they're meant to come back to center. And our mistakes are part of that. They're the ways that we learn, that we grow. Inhale, come on up to tabletop again. Let's come up into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, take your knees back a little farther so you've got a little more space between hands and feet, and lift up into your downward facing dog. Good. And then pedal your feet out here a couple of times. So bend one knee and then the other, just opening up the backs of the legs, doing whatever doggy warm-ups you like to do. Moving towards alignment in whatever way, in our yoga or in our bodies or in our minds and our hearts, requires knowing where we want to be, not just where we don't want to be. Stretch both legs straight, stretch your arms straight, stretch your hips up high and your heels down low. Inhale, come forward to plank. You can come to a low plank with your knees down if you need to. That's always fine. And then lower down to the belly. Come on all the way down. You okay on your belly? You're okay on your belly, right? Yep. Okay, arms out to a T. Stretch them out to the side. Good. You can have your head up or down here, whatever's more comfortable. Forehead or chin on the floor. So stretch out. Yeah, hands on the floor. Yeah, and if you're bumping into someone, just give them a high five. It's fine. You're related. That probably makes it worse, right? Okay, bend up your right elbow. Bend your right elbow. Have your right fingertips on the floor. Okay, good. Then pushing into your right hand, roll towards your left shoulder. This shouldn't be pain in your shoulder, so just feel like a stretch. If you have pain in your shoulder, tell me and I'll help you. Exhale, roll back to your belly. Inhale, roll to your right side. It's okay. Yeah, just like that. Roll to your side and then roll back to your belly. So just keep it moving for a moment. And then we'll hold on the side. Alyssa, can you stretch your arm back, like straight back behind you? Your right arm. No, your left arm towards Dahlia, like that. And then roll onto your side. There you go. A little more stretch, shoulder, okay? All right, hold here on your side. You can step your top foot behind. It's okay. We're going to do both sides. You can step your top foot behind, or you can stack your legs. It shouldn't feel like pain in your shoulder. It should feel like a stretch in the front of the chest, in the front of maybe in the bicep a little bit. Yeah, you could do that one. That's a nice one too. All right, exhale, roll back to your belly. And then stretch out your right arm, bend up your left elbow. Yeah, do the other side. Whatever the other side is, do the other side. Yeah, and then just keep it moving for a moment. So as you inhale, roll to your side, whatever side that arm is extending, and then roll back. And just a couple of times, roll to your side and roll back. Feel your chest. Just easing open, your heart space easing open, and then hold on your side. Again, head up or down. You can always put your head on a blanket or on a block if you need to. So we're staying rolled onto most of us, on the right side. Yep. You can have that left arm up if you like, or pushing left hand into the floor to create a little more stretch in the front of the right side of the chest, the right arm. Good. Exhale, release to your belly. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders like cobra arms. That's it. Elbows up. So hands back a little more. ED, hands on the floor, elbows up. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Squeeze your legs in towards each other. Make your legs super strong, like a strong mermaid leg. Click your toenails down. Inhale, lift your upper body, including your hands. Squeeze your elbows in. That's it. Lift your shoulders a little higher, lift your head a little higher. Good. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lift again, everything up, hands included. Squeeze the upper back muscles. Exhale, release. One more time. Lift up, stay there, or place your hands and come up a little bit higher. The goal being shoulders back and heart open, not arms straight. Yeah, shoulders back. If your arms straighten, mine don't. If your arms straighten, that's fine. But if your arms straighten and your shoulders hike forward, keep them bent and the shoulders back. Okay, release down. Tuck your toes. Firm your legs. Lift your knees off the floor. And then press straight up into plank and back into downward facing dog. Walk yourself forward to the front of your mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up with your breath. Reach up, stretch up. Get taller, get longer, like you're reaching for that ever elusive best version of yourself. Exhale, let your arms come down. Okay, bring your blocks in front of your mat. You may or may not need them, but then they're there and we don't have to go hunting around for them if you do need them. So just put them in front of you. That's it. All right, come to Tadasana. Stand with your feet. If you can, parallel. If that feels uncomfortable for knees or hips, toes turned out a little bit is okay, but legs nice and strong. We'll stack your thigh bones over your ankles. Stack every vertebrae of your spine, one on top of the next. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Feel your breath. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, hinge from your hips and fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Lengthen your spine, just following your breath. Good. Exhale, fold over. Yeah, this is where you can use your blocks if your hands don't reach the floor. Okay, lengthen again. Look forward. Come on all the way up. Reach up, stretch up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale, arms up. This time we're coming to chair. Sit your hips back. If this shoulder position is problematic, you can go to cactus arms. You can go arms back behind you. Any other arm position that works. Keep your hips low. Poke your hips back behind you. Lengthen out of your pelvis. Growth, strengthening. It's not always easy work. Drinking the golden smoothie, not always easy work. As you hold your pose, know that it is building the strength in the legs. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees, step your right leg way back to the back of your mat. Yeah. We're going to just work the hamstrings here a little bit. So you may want to put your hands on your blocks for this one. As you inhale, you're going to bend the front knee. As you exhale, you're going to straighten the front leg. So if that's hard to do, hands on blocks can be really helpful. Inhale, bend your left knee, right leg stays straight. Yeah, that's it, Sarah. And then exhale, straighten your front leg. And one more time, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Hold here with the leg straight for a moment. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the four corners of your front foot pressing down. Feel the big toe, all the toes, and the base of all the toes pressing down through your back heel. And then as you feel those parts of your feet touching the floor, draw energy up your legs so your legs feel really strong and stable up from the corners of the feet. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Plant your right hand down. Twist open to the left. You can have your hand on your knee or your arm to the sky. Yeah, nice, you guys. Keep lifting your right thigh bone up, turning your belly to the left. Exhale, release that hand down. We're going to step up into a standing split. Again, you might want to use your blocks. So you're going to shift forward into your left foot and float your right leg up to the sky. That's it. Hands can be higher on blocks. You can take the blocks higher if you need them. Blocks have 3 settings. Stretch your lifted leg really long. Stretch your standing leg long. Good. Exhale and bring your right foot to meet your left. Bend your knees. Rest your belly on your thighs. Hold opposite elbows. Soften. How many of us come to yoga class and beat ourselves up? Why can't I do that pose? Why does my body not do this thing? My body used to be able to do this thing, right? Plug it in, whatever your
narrative is. Soften to yourself. Compassion for yourself. Exhale, release your hands, step your left foot back. Good, left leg nice and strong, bend into your right knee. As you exhale, straighten your right leg. Good, inhale, bend your right knee. That's it. Exhale, straighten. Listen, move your blocks back in line with your front foot a little bit so that your knee is landing over your ankle. That's it, yeah, and then you'll be able to, it'll be easier to straighten probably with the blocks a little farther back. That's it. One more time, bend. And then we'll hold it with the legs straight, both legs straight. Nice. Feel your feet on the floor, pressing down, grounding you exactly where you are meant to be at this threshold of a new month. Every new month, it tells us there's a new beginning. It's always possible to shift. Transformation is always possible. Inhale, rebend your front knee, plant your left hand, twist to the right. Your right hand can go on your right knee or it can go up towards the sky. Yes. Keep your left thigh bone lifting up as you twist your upper body to the right. Nice, you guys. Exhale, release that hand down. Okay, standing split, float forward. Shift your weight into your right foot. Hands can be on your blocks here. Get your lifted leg nice and straight. Reach it up. That's it. Get your standing leg straight. And then exhale. Left foot to meet the right foot. Bend your knees. Hold opposite elbows. Let your head, your neck, your jaw soften. Let your emotions and feelings soften. It's not easy work to do. The golden smoothie work. But it's important work. Lengthen your spine. Come on all the way up. Reach up and stretch up. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. Okay, let's do a couple standing things. So face the long edge of your mat, step your feet wide apart. Let's face the windows unless you really feel like you need to see me, and then you can face the other way just so we're all going the same direction or else I get confused right and left. Okay, go as wide as you can with your feet. Stretch out your hands, and if you can, line up your heels underneath your wrist. That's a good starting place. If it feels too far, of course, cheat it in a little bit, but if you can go farther, go farther. All right, release your arms. Turn your right foot out all the way so it's pointing straight ahead at the short edge of your mat, and then line it up so that it lines up with the instep of your left foot. Yeah, good. And then bend your right knee, and as you're bending it, see that it's pointing straight at your second toe. Inhale your arms out to the sides. Warrior two. Good. Remember those four corners of your feet? Feel that in your left foot, your back foot. Big toe, pinky toe, inner heel, outer heel. Front foot, big toe, pinky toe, inner heel, outer heel. Now keep weighting your back foot. Lace your fingers behind your back. Stretch your arms straight back behind you. That's it. And then hinge forward. Humble warrior. If that feels like too much on a hip, just stay upright. You can just be upright, hands behind your back. That works too. Good. Head towards the toe if you're bowing forward, towards your big toe. Arms, shoulders towards the sky. Neck releasing. One more deep breath here. Exhale, release your hands right where they are. So right to the floor, inside your foot. You're going to keep these warrior legs. So right knee bent, left leg straight, and the weight in your feet, but walk your hands off on a diagonal to the upper left corner of your mat, warrior dog. So it's like warrior pose in your lower body, downward facing dog in your upper body. So walk more towards Dahlia, Alyssa. Yes, keep your knee pressing to the right, but walk your arms towards her. Yeah, make your heels a little more important. Push into your heels, especially your left heel. Okay, lift up, walk your hands under your shoulders. Pivot on your right foot, make your feet parallel. Walk between your feet. That's it. If you don't reach the floor, grab your blocks. You don't want your spine, your spinal column to be bearing the weight in your back. So have your hands touching something. And then fold forward with your legs nice and strong. Notice how the minute the hands touch the floor, the legs want to check out a little bit. So keep that action of pulling energy up from the four corners of your feet up into your pelvis. Feel a lift and a lightness that helps to support your low back. All right, we're going to come up. You can either bend your knees and walk your hands up your thighs, or you can do it with straight legs if your hamstrings are feeling cooperative. And then pivot on your left foot. for warrior two to the second side. So left heel to right instep, bend into your left knee, arms to the sides. Good. Feel your feet on the earth. You know, we come into our poses and we're thinking about how our shoulders look, how our necks line up. That's all important, but think about your feet first. Are your feet grounded? Are you steady right where you are meant to be, right in this place, this moment? Sweep your hands behind your back, lace your fingers together, stretch your arms back behind you. That's it, and then bow forward. Keep the knee pressing towards the pinky toe side of your foot. Your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Reach your arms to the sky, your head towards the floor. Tone your belly a little bit. One more breath. As you exhale, release your hands, warrior dog. So hands go to the upper corner. I don't know what side to tell you. Upper right corner, I guess, the direction you're facing. Yeah, knee pressing to the left. That's it. Yeah, that's good. Good. Push your hips back behind you. Feel a widening action in your pelvis. One more breath here. And then walk your hands under your shoulders, walk between your feet, and fold to center. Feel support of your legs, like the support of the community that comes together and says, you know what, I didn't mess up this time, but I've messed up before. I get it. I feel you. I'm going to drink the smoothie with you. Feel that support. So you can then soften a little more. You can let go a little more through your spine, through your shoulders, through your neck. You don't have to hold it all. Lengthen your spine, push to your feet. Come on all the way up. Good. Step your feet together. All right. Take a little march out if that would feel good. All right, let's come to tree pose. If you want to stay facing the windows, that's fine. It's the better view, although the curtains are closed right now, but it is generally the nicer view. All right, we're going to stand on the right leg for tree. Here's what I want you to do first. One of my teacher friends says, put your brain in your foot. So all your awareness into your right foot. Feel the four corners of your foot, feel your toes pressing down. And then as your weight shifts to your right foot, feel how the hip wants to shift out and forward. That's usually what happens. So pull it in and back a little bit. Then be on your left toes, turn your knee out. And if you're balancing, slide your heel up to your inner thigh, wherever you can on that leg. Good, press your hands together. Yeah, use a support if you need it. Hold on to something. Press heel to thigh, thigh to heel. Roll your shoulders back a little bit. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Or ignore me if that's going to make you fall over. Okay, good. Exhale, release your hands and your foot. I don't know why I thought I should open the window. Okay. So the guy showed up with the breeze is good. I could put some more air on actually. It's too, no, there won't. They are often here for a long time. We're going to do the other leg. I'll put this air on too. So no, they are here for a long time, blowing things into the windows and whatever. Okay. I don't hear it from here right now. So we'll see if we get there. Yeah. Right, left leg strong. Stand steady on your left leg. Again, put your mind into your foot. Feel your foot. Get steady. Hug that left hip in. Maybe right heel up a little bit. Maybe right heel up a lot. Yep. Hands to heart or any other hand position. I didn't say that on the first side, but of course you're welcome to do that. Lift your gaze slightly. Take your gaze a little higher. It'll be easier to roll your shoulders back. Steady gaze, steady breath. Even if the body is wobbly, steady in the breath, steady in the gaze. All right, exhale and release your hands. Good. Move forward to the front of your mat. Okay, warrior one pose. Step back with your right foot. For this one, the hips are going to face towards the short edge of your mat, not the long edge of the mat. That's warrior two. This is warrior one. So play with the angle of your back foot. Turned in a little bit more is going to help wrap that hip around, but it might make it feel a little more wobbly. So just play with the angle and then wrap your right hip to face forward. Yes. Bend into your left knee, knee over your ankle. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms out in front of you. Go forward first, like zombie arms, and then plug your shoulders back. Now pull your navel to your spine. Tone your glutes. Inhale, reach your arms up. From the center of your pelvis, reach down through your legs into your feet. Feel the foundation, the steadiness of your feet beneath you. You are just where you're meant to be. And then yet there's still room for growth. Stretch your spine taller, stretch your arms and your fingers. That's Elul, accounting and preparation. Exhale, release your hands, switch your feet, step your right foot forward, left foot back. Yes, again, play with that angle of the back foot. We want the left hip rolling towards facing front. Most hips don't face front in this pose, but you can move it towards that. Bend your right knee. Inhale, zombie arms. I like the zombie arms first. Shoulders back. Keep them back. Arms up. The shoulder blades can slide up the back, but keep the armpits back at the same time. Now, stretch your back leg a little straighter. Pull your right heel towards your right hip a little more. Maybe take it into a little bit of a back bend. Find that grounding action from the pelvis downwards and that lifting action from the pelvis upwards. We can be where we are and still be seeking growth. We can own our mistakes and still be amazing people. Release your hands. Step forward. Okay, how many are we? Oh, we're an even number. Perfect. We're going to do a little shoulder stretch. Amy, if you're doing this at home on the video, or Amy at home, you could do this at the wall. So you're going to want to come to a wall and have your arm on a wall. So I'm going to show like this. You guys in the room, let me just show this with Marnie for a second. You guys are going to do it with each other. We're going to do like this, arm to arm. Okay, so find a friend. If you want to not do a partner, you don't have to. You can always just do it at the wall. But if you'd like, find a partner. I'll show you what we're doing at the wall. Forearm to forearm. So go right arm to right arm. Right arm to right arm. Is this okay for you? Yes, that's okay. Yes, don't be on the camera. That's better. Not be on the camera. Thank you. So right arm to right arm. Stand next to each other. So step close to each other so your arm is straight out from your shoulder. Like that. That's it. That's good. Now push your arm against your friend's arm. If you're at the wall, push your arm against the wall. Push against each other. Okay, if you're at the wall, step forward with your inside foot. If you are with a partner, turn away from them. Turn lovingly, but away from them. There you go. Take your opposite hand to your opposite hip. You could turn your toes away from them. Hand to hip. So left hand to left hip. Sorry, it's left hand to left hip. Sorry. And then turn your body to the left. Keep pressing your right arm to the right. Turn your body to the left. Yes, talk to your partner. If you're at the wall, yeah. If your partner is the wall, you don't have to talk to your partner. Okay, good. Release that. Big stretch for the shoulder. Second side. Left elbows together. It's in community we grow. We drink the smoothie together. We do the shoulder stretches together. Okay, so press elbows into each other, whole arm into each other. Yeah, so you can slide away from each other a little bit so that you've got room. There you go. Press your arms into each other. If you're at the wall, step forward with your inside foot. If you're in the room, turn from your partner. Turn away, the opposite direction. So to your right, you can turn your legs. Yeah, you can take your right hand on your right hip. The left shoulder will stay back, but turn your belly a little bit to the left. Nope, to the right. Left shoulder will stay back. Okay, good. Release that. Step together. All right, do a little roll out. Yes, hopefully it felt amazing. That is a good antidote for, this and this and this and all the things, basically our whole lives that are this, right? So that's a good move. Okay, come to the front of your mat. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your feet on the earth. Stand strong in your own truth. But feel how when we come together in community and we create that openness together, even the misalignments feel a little bit softer. We can own them. We can swallow them. We can drink them down. We know we have support to do that. Inhale, arms to the sky. Reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. We're going to step back with the right foot again, and this time right knee down. So if your knee feels sensitive when it's on the floor, you can grab a blanket, put it under your knee. You can fold your mat over, put it under your knee. Yeah, if you need extra padding. Okay, then squeeze your legs in towards each other. Take your hands up to your front thigh. Good. Feel your foot on the floor. Really push down into that front foot. Have your back toes tucked and push back through your back foot. So we're still connected to the feet. They're still supporting us here. Then take your tailbone down gently. Tone your pelvic floor. Tone your low belly. Inhale your arms to the sky. Lift up out of your pelvis. So we grow. We hold our mistakes. We look at them. We see them. We ingest them. But we still have room for growth. Grow. Now, if you want to take it deeper, pull your left heel towards your left hip. Take your shoulders and your head back. Make it more of a back bend. If all of that sounds terrible, then ignore me. Be where you are. Breathe. Okay, exhale, hands inside your front foot, over to the right. Good. We're coming down onto the elbows for lizard lunge. If your elbows come down easily, just say a prayer of gratitude for open hips. If you need a little more help, turn your left foot out a little bit. Heel toe it out to the side. You can put your elbows on blocks. That's another option. And if there's another variation of this pose that you like, by all means, do that. Yeah, blocks is good. Yep. Yeah, does that still feel too low? And you can go both on blocks. Go on two. Does that feel too low? Okay, excellent. Good, take one more breath here and just let the space between your shoulder blades soften. Let your heart just melt open a little bit more, just like you're pushing into your friend there. All right, come on up and switch your feet so you could step forward or step back, whichever way is easier for you. Left knee down on the mat. Yeah, perfect. Back toes are tucked. Feel your feet. Get steady on your feet. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, arms up. Get tall. Lift your ribs up off your pelvis. Lift your shoulders up off your ribs. Stretch to your fingertips. Stay there if you're getting a big stretch, and you might be, or to take it a little deeper, pull your right heel towards your right sit bone. Take your shoulders and your head back. Keep your belly strong, navel to spine, pelvic floor drawing up. One more breath. Exhale, hands over to the left, inside your foot. And then down to the elbows again. So the adjustments for that front foot, you can heel toe the foot out wider. You can turn your foot out on an angle. All those things might make it a little easier. Your right foot I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, good, Sarah. That's it. Let your heart soften a little. That space between the shoulder blades. Let your neck soften a little bit. Keep your legs strong. Your legs working, moving you forward. But the parts that don't need to be strong, they can soften. All right, come back up into your hands. Come back to tabletop. And actually, let's go up into downward facing dog. So come on up into down face dog. Inhale, flow forward to plank. Okay, so for everybody who moved your hands and your feet, try going back one more time, keeping your hands and feet where they are. And just feel how in that longer dog, you get a little more stretch in your spine, not as much stretch in your legs, perhaps. So the shorter dog is a good stretch for your legs. That's good. Sometimes we do that. But it's nice also to sometimes step your feet back and get that length for your spine. So just pointing that out here. Okay, inhale, come to plank. Again, exhale to your belly. Sweep your hands behind your back. Lace your fingers together. Good. Then squeeze your legs in. Make one strong mermaid leg. If they're not touching, it's okay. Just pull them towards each other. Tone your glutes. Lift your shoulders, lift your arms, lift your feet, lift your head, lift everything up. That's it. Reach your heart forward. Reach your legs back. Stay grounded where you are, steady where you are, but always room for growth, for transformation. Okay, exhale, release. Turn your cheek to the side. Release your hands for a moment. Have the blanket underneath you. Yeah. Okay, option here. You can do the same thing again, or if you can reach your feet with your hands, Dhanurasana is another option. So you could just do the same thing again, or bend up your knees, kick your feet to your hands. Okay, squeeze your legs in, your shoulders in. Lift your knees up off the floor. Get your hamstrings working. That's it. Now kick your feet to your hands. Good. Heart forward. Chest forward. Feet back. Lift everything up a little higher. Good. Exhale, release. Turn your cheek to the other side. Press yourself back. Downward facing dog. All right, drop down to your knees, spin around, come to your back. Come lay down onto your back. Have a block nearby, like within reach. Yeah, come lay down. All right, line up your heels. So preparing for bridge pose, line up your heels underneath your knees. Ground the four corners of your feet. So often we think a lot about our shoulders, our neck, our backs in this pose, which we should, it's fine. But start with the feet here. The feet really grounded are going to help keep the legs, the pelvis, the low back aligned. Now press your shoulders down and your head down. And then pressing evenly through your feet, your shoulders, your head, lift your hips up. Notice your knees want to splay apart, keep drawing them towards each other, and lift your hip points straight up. You can stay with your arms by your sides, or you can lace your fingers together behind your back if that's comfortable for you. Either way. Edie, is that okay for your neck and bridge? Yeah. Well, for just because, yeah, that's going to flatten out your neck a little bit. Once you come back down, yes, but I don't love that for bridge unless you're doing it for a reason and you know it feels better. Okay. Okay, slowly exhale, release your hips back down. Windshield wiper your legs a little bit side to side. Yes. And then we're going to come up again and take a restorative bridge. So lift your hips, and here's where you're going to slide your block underneath your pelvis. I'm going to kick it over to you. So hips up and then pelvis onto the block. The block can be at whatever height, whatever you've got to put under your butt, Amy, whatever works. Block underneath or books underneath or anything. You could use a pillow even. All right, good. Snuggle your shoulder blades together underneath you. If you're on that highest block setting, keep your feet on the floor, just because it's hard to balance. If you are on a lower setting and you want to take your legs up for a little inversion, you can stretch your feet towards the ceiling, keeping your pelvis flat on the block. I mean, yeah, if you can balance on the higher setting, that's fine. It tends to be harder to do so. Good. Pelvis flat, shoulders pressing down, head pressing down. Close your eyes. All of our challenges, all of our mistakes, all of our misalignments, they all come to us as a gift from the Creator. It doesn't always feel like a gift, not always a fun gift to receive, but they come to us not to stop us or to squash us or to push us down. They come to us for our own growth, for our own transformation. As they say, smooth seas don't make good sailors. If your legs are up, drop your feet back down. And then as you're ready, lift your hips, slide your block out from under your hips, lower your hips back down. Good. And then if there's any last stretch or pose or something you feel like you need to do before we move to Shavasana, take a moment for that. Yeah. To just take care. You know, as a yoga teacher, I'm always sitting up here telling people how to align their bodies. I'm not always so good at doing it for myself, doing the practices. So you did it, you showed up today, you did the practice, you took care of yourself. High five for that. Begin to make your way to Shavasana. Take whatever support you need. If you need a support under your spine, under your legs, under your neck. Let the pinky toes drop towards the floor so the feet, the legs release and relax. Turn your palms to the sky. Let your fingers just soften. Relax your feet, ankles, knees. Relax your hips, your pelvis, your belly. Relax your shoulders, your arms and fingers. Soften the skin on your face. If your eyelids feel like they're blinking still, see if you can let your eyelids get a little quiet. Soften the corners of your eyes. Smooth the skin on your forehead. Relax your jaw. And then let your awareness drop below the surface, move deeper inside of you, allowing yourself to just be with yourself. Nothing you need to do. There's nothing that needs fixing. There's nothing that needs to change in this moment. You can just hold space for ourselves to be, to release, to let go. Ever so gently now, allow your breath to deepen. Allow your body to stretch and move and reawaken in whatever way feels good to you. Bend up your knees. Roll to your side. Rest in the fetal position. Starting the day refreshed, renewed. Bring yourself back to seated. Take a comfortable seat. Eyes closed for another few breaths. As we move through this month of Elul, may we continue to channel Moshe Rabbeinu. May we continue to say, how can I make my transgressions into the golden smoothie so I can not only ingest and live with the mistakes in the past, but actually use them as fuel and energy for what lies ahead of me. When we hear things in the community and our lives and the news being said about golden calves, let's be the first and foremost to drink from the golden smoothie, to say, what is my part in this? I am part of this story. What can I do, small and large, to devalue the system that values golden calves so that we may, each and every one of us, all of us, rise together. Your hands onto your heart. Send each other off with a blessing for wholeness, for peace. Chant one shalom. If you'd like to join, take a deep breath. Shalom. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great day, and a great Elul, and a great week, and a great beginning of all the things that are beginning, whatever that might be. Bye, Zoom friends. Yes. In where?